So we're going to end up real soon. Claudius, you want to come down? But who here is enjoying themselves, find it informative. We're almost done at the end of the road, but we're starting a new journey. Claudius, you're there? Come on down. Give him a round of applause. Okay, cool.
Everybody's awake. Wow, we've eaten all that food late to the end of the day and we're awake. I think we've got some fantastic messages. I mean, I'm blown. I am seriously blown by what I've heard. Wow, I'm totally inspired. I wanted to do this to end the day, just to give an idea of what we're going to be thinking about, okay? What we launched in today is an MVP, a minimum viable product. It works. But what is the future? The future is AI. Fred is going to be AI, artificial intelligence, AI. It's going to be driven. Why? Everybody uses smart technology. Okay. I make one joke that at some point, when I mentor and talk to young folks, with any interest in science, as I chase a career in orthopedic science, because we're going to come the moment where necks is going to be an issue, because everybody's walking like this. There's going to be neck and back problems. It's very real. So why AI? The technology, we're not going to tell people not to use your phones, but with the world growing and using their phones, the smartphone, smart technology, the opportunity to solve any problem is to look at the user experience. How can you enhance the user experience to actually bring the consumers, the producers, the investors to go to your platform for a reason, for a purpose? You have to enhance that user experience. Things like, so I'm saying user experience with enhance it with artificial intelligence features, make it respect culture. We've heard a lot of the words. It's got to be ethical. It's got to respect privacy. Actually, in my AI research and everything, I've come up with 8 components that I say must be respected for anything to be considered artificial intelligence, in my opinion. Fred will continue to deliver local, sustainable, and clean technology. I'm introducing clean for the first time. Janice did earlier. Clean in the sense that if we have farmers spread across doing farm to table up to 50 to 75 kilometers distance, we actually contribute to the government's target of 0 emission. Farm to table local, not huge lorries coming from far with bad food. And the user experience has to be designed so that the user is engaged. I didn't want to do this, but I think the audience is so engaged, I'm going to give a little snippet, some of the things we have in mind. Some of the targets that we'll be using, Fred, what's called the Gen Zs, the millennials, let's say young family with young parents with young kids, with preschool, getting ready to go to school. What if mom, dad say, oh, come, let's order vegetable, and you're gonna get your phone or tablet, and you start to play a game where the kid learns colors, math, things. And then once you fill up the basket, you send it to the producer, delivers. That's engagement, that's user experience that brings them to Fred. That's the only place to purchase. So I've come up with this terminology, the Fredverse. That's going to be our AI. I'll have to, I've already applied for the IP, so don't go there. So the Fredverse is going to focus on 3 areas. R&D. Thank you, Pastor Paul, for mentioning a lot about information. Janice also. And the idea is that Fred is going to, and also Emmanuel, your presentation was fantastic because the Fredverse is going to be about creating that back-end information to be able to provide information. Okay? Dr. Grant is here. I'm very, very pleased that Dr. Gerald Grant is here from Carleton University. And I'm going to be on his case with this one. No escape. So R&D is going to be a huge component to actually develop and create our own algorithms. I mean, Emmanuel, the comment that you made, I sat there thinking, did you read my script? Because you named all those funny names. I was born in Africa, but they're funny names, okay? Somebody will say to me, jute leaves. I don't know it as jute leaves where I come from. But with Fred, oh, okay, what's the alternate name? What's the name in Sierra Leone? Boom. How is it used in South Africa? Bang. That's what we're going to be using AI. Okay? The Fredverse will have a social impact. We've got to generate wealth, bringing in more farmers as Manufondi looks to expand his operation. That's bringing in through franchise. That's bringing in new businesses, new opportunities, new farmers. The taxi driver that drove me here will instead become, will have an opportunity to have his own farm. Creating new jobs, the effect on climate change. And thirdly, our impact on community, where we collaborate and build ecosystem partners, food producers, farmers, logistics companies, all part of the ecosystems, financiers, agricultural land owners, tax, I'm heavy on tax advisory. Okay? Fred has a dashboard of what is your best-selling produce? What is your profit margin? Automatic, as you're selling, it gives you that. That information needs to go to your accountant to help you plan your financial future. The ecosystem in the Fredverse has been repeated. I'm so happy that there is a consistency that the different presenters, without collaboration, we've all actually settled on the same 3 pillars: the producers, the consumers, and the investors. Very clear, very consistent. We need investors to actually help make more land available to grow food. Fredverse, AI, is nothing without people. Our own people, the people in the ecosystem, the people in the learning, it's all about people. There's been some arguments and comments going on, and I heard it again today in more detail on the radio. People trying to promote that AI is going to replace teachers. And I've actually put it on LinkedIn myself for the saying, arguing against it. It's all about people. Thank you.
So who here feels more informed about Fred? Good? Woohoo? Okay, excellent. Now, I'm a stickler for time, those who know me, and I said we're going to end by 9 o'clock was what I was pushing for. What time is it now? Bingo, 8:54, okay? So you have a few minutes left back in your lives. I hope you enjoyed it. My call to action is scan this to find out more about Fred in the marketplace, and please bring Fred into your home from farm to table. Thank you all. Have a good night. You've all been amazing. Take care.